I'm probably going to repeat this question a couple times for about the next 5 minutes so everybody gets in. All right. The big question I have is, do you have, I'm talking about for the new shop, do you have your air compressor inside the walls or outside the walls? For sound. Because I know Project HQ is probably already here.
Well, he is if he hasn't chimed in.
Okay. Because that's.
You should paint the Mustang pink.
You mean like
hell no?
Like your case there?
Hell no! I'm the one that's gonna be painting it. No, I am not painting it pink.
He refuses.
I will pull a veto card on that one. Will not.
I had let's see, Brad says he has his inside and it's way too loud.
Yeah. See, I have them inside the shop right now too, and whenever they're both running the blaster cabinet, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Yeah, it's loud. So I have that 10-foot lean-to, on the backside, and I'm what?
Me.
Go ahead.
Him. And so I'm thinking about, I'm making a deal with a sound deadening company, and I'm going to frame one up, and I'm going to put it inside a little 3x3 box with a door on it, and keep it outside, and do everything I can to keep all the sound outside instead of inside, because I'm tired after what? 20, almost 20 years of hearing these compressors run on the inside. Yeah. I'd be more than happy to have a compressor outside.
Death.
Neon pink.
That's what color. That's what color her phone case is right now.
I have a feeling I know who this person is that's saying this. And her name is Miss Presley.
No.
Pepto-Bismol pink. If it ain't her, it may be Patricia, because we went through that in her room.
It's not.
Yeah.
And David says his is inside, but I prefer outside. It's an enclosed. It's an enclosed in an enclosed space.
Yeah, because I got a vent fan from a company in this week, and tested it out, and it seems like if I put like some kind of filter coming into the box and a vent fan out of the box, it'll circulate some cool air and help cool the compressor itself. The other question I got is 60 or 80 gallon. Because I mean, there's between a 60, because right now we got two 35s, so we got 70 gallon. They're 33s.
I was gonna say, I think they're 33.
Okay, so we got 66 gallons here with two compressors. But if we're not running the blaster cabinet, just running the regular air tools, 60 pounds should be fine, don't you think?
60 or 80.
You know what the difference is? It's $800 for a 60 or $1,600 for an 80.
You know what? $60, 60 pounds sound pretty good. I don't think you can justify $800 for just a
20 gallons for 20 gallons worth of volume, especially if you plumb it all in for a 30 by 40 building. That gives you volume just in the lines.
Yeah.
Okay, so Brad says I'm planning on to move mine outside. I live in Washington, have cold weather for 4 months a year. I have the same problem with the blast cabinet.
Yeah.
Larry says he went with the 80 gallon just for the sheer volume. 80 gallon with my blast cabinet. I have no regret. He doesn't regret it.
Well, see, I got 66 up here, and the whole building is plumbed with air outlets. So the volume from everything inside the walls makes up for it, and it takes two 33-gallon ones to run the blast cabinet here in this building. So I'm thinking if I leave all the painting stuff up here, I could probably run off a 60-gallon with the volume for all the lines.
Don't have to put so many lines in.
Yeah, because I mean,
if we do like
one stick on the back wall with plug-ins.
Yeah, like with the reel, how the reel is right now, it's like almost centralized.
It is
centralized in the shop.
Yeah,
I can do the same thing, and over there, I feel like it'd be just fine.
She said, Brad said you could always pipe in an 800 propane tank and line with a 60 that would give you the capacity.
as a holder tank. Now the local tire shop has that exact same setup. They have an 80 gallon with a big propane tank, like a 250 gallon propane tank. And yeah, they don't have any issues. Yeah, it's just like a big holding tank. Or if I go to the auction and I find an old one somewhere.
Yeah.
Did you forget to turn your mic on there, honey?
Um,
You guys having trouble hearing Christina? She forgot to turn her mic on. Who'd have thunk?
Well,
Yeah, mine's on.
If you would have turned turned it on when you handed it to her.
Well, it's a procedure, man. The update on the phone made it where it doesn't like the mics. So you have to start the live, then put the mics on. You can't preset it.
Preston says she can hear me just fine.
Okay.
And she said, "Hey ho."
It's ESPN.
So David says 80 if you plan on running a lot of air. Mine's is an 80 with the Quincy QT5 pump, and it keeps up with the outside blaster. You could always run a 60 with the auxiliary tank.
Here's my question though, right? Which I get, air compressor or the glass cabinet and all that, right?
It's gonna stay up here.
Right. Cool. Gotcha. What do we run with air?
You mean like for the new shop?
Yeah. What would we run?
That's a pretty good question. Because if we're gonna do all the body work, all the welding up here, the paint work up here,
As I say, we
and
do
the
weld-
mechanical down there, the welding down there. Yeah, because I use corded grinders. Now I do use some air. I do use some air stuff for doing, for
boarding and all that.
yeah, for welding and for putting patch panels and stuff in. I do use air for some of those things. So really, honestly, the only thing would be running would be maybe 3 hand tools.
An air hammer, maybe.
The air hammer.
The sander looking thing.
Yeah, the
sander.
sander thing's all up here. The line,
Oh.
the big line sander, the straight edge sander is all up here.
Paint and body.
Yeah, paint and body. So yeah, because everything else is
Cordless.
is cordless or corded. So yeah, I think a 60 gallon with a couple of lines would be more than enough to run what we're going to use down there for all the mechanical stuff for tear apart.
Yeah.
And so because right
And then
now,
you can
yeah,
add on to it later.
we're kind of moving away from the air and into the cord on the battery stuff.
Larry says it's better to have it and not need it than
Need it, not have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think about these because I mean, like I said, I got the vent fan that showed up this week. I got that part. I got enough. I think I almost got enough wood to frame it in, or if I wanted to, I could almost do it in metal. And then I just need to buy three pieces of tin to cut the size. For the door.
Brad says with battery tools as good as they are, if I don't already have an air tool, I would have a pancake compressor.
I used pancake compressors back in the day when I was framing as a kid. They had just come out. But I mean, it's just not enough volume to keep up
with what you're doing.
Yeah. Plus, it gives me an excuse. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it gives him an excuse to spend money.
Yeah. Yep. It does. Okay. I think you guys made it on mine. I think we're going with 60, and we might do a little bit larger connections, metal tubing through the shop to make a little bit more volume. But yeah, I think he's right. I think really the majority of the air tools we use up here is for the bodywork stuff.
And I feel like once we get to a point where unless we get like a tire rack. Well,
yeah.
No. Is the lift pneumatic?
No, it's hydraulic. It's electric and hydraulic pump.
It's electric hydraulic.
Yeah, electric hydraulic pump. There's no air attached to it unless you go with if you buy the attachment with the front end lift, like a front end rack, it's got the two.
Yeah,
that's air driven.
That's what I said. I thought you said
I thought you were talking about the ramp. I thought you were talking about the actual supply for lifting the lift, not the actual the front end.
Bruh. Cherry picker.
Yeah, but I mean that's simple. I mean that doesn't take a lot of junk.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the stuff like that, like the ram, the cross beam jacks. those would be run off air. So
I think we did with the volume of the lines, and yeah,
that's
I think
what
we're
I'm
going
saying. Like,
60.
you just go with a 60. I feel like that'd be just fine.
Yeah,
Plus, that motor on a 60 will keep up really well.
yeah. I mean, if we're not using it for body work, we're just using it for mechanical stuff. Yeah, I think we're good with 60, and some sound deadening, because that's one thing I'm just sick of, is hearing them things run and being in the middle of talking to somebody, all of a sudden they pop on because there's a leak somewhere in here and it lets the pressure off, and all of a sudden in the middle of a conversation they just go off.
Brad says, are you getting a 4 lift post or a 2?
Or seeing too many videos of people dumping shit off of 2 posts.
So people are dumb.
We're going 4 to begin with. We're going 4.
Why not a smaller one for the old garage in the shop and put the larger one by?
Because
Why
we
not-
already have 2
Why
small
not
ones.
put the smaller one for the old shop in the shop and then put the larger one by the old shop?
Because you can build a little hut around the big one small hut, which don't take up a lot of room, or we have to make a big hut because I got one stand up and one goes horizontal and one goes vertical.
Backwards.
Backward. Yeah, they're
Horizontal.
Yeah,
Vertical.
horizontal and vertical, and they take up a lot of space. I got one on that wall and I got one on that wall. So, and they're all plumbed into the internal piping. So we're back to the same thing, so living in this shop, you're going to end up having noise, but I just want to make things a little bit more peaceful over there. So you can actually listen to the radio when the compressors are going.
Yeah, not when we're going bang, bang,
Yeah,
bang, bang.
I keep freezing up. I changed it to the extender, but
You did?
it is what
Okay.
it is.
All right. I think I got to figure having them in an insulated building. I mean, sound doesn't bounce like a tin building. Like you can walk in there and it echoes terrible right now because there's no insulation. It's just metal on metal. But you can't hear yourself thinking here. The sound doesn't go anywhere. It just stays in here. And it's, I mean, it's great for what it does. They've lasted 20 years. I mean, they're Craftsman. I bought them from Sears. I bought them within a month of each other because I bought one to run the blast cabinet and figure out it wouldn't handle the blast cabinet. So I had to buy 2 and plumb them in to the wall, directly into the wall, and they work great. 66 gallons with but it's just definitely loud. You can't hear yourself. You can't hear nothing in here. It's it's just constant. So I just want it to be more peaceful in the new shop. So I think I know which way we're going to go.
You want to get bougie.
Okay. Since you're here and we're having the discussion, remember, smash the like button. Remember, we are still doing it. It is actually from today. It is 30 days from the giveaway for the engine, which is right back there. All right, for the Christmas giveaway. So if you haven't bought your piece of merchandise yet, buy it and send me the screenshot. There's been a couple purchases and I haven't received any screenshots. So if you guys have got it, send it to me so I can get you in the hat for Christina to pull it on Christmas Day.
What are you using for a moisture separator?
I have an idea. There's I looked it up over today. Home Depot actually has a deal where it has a whole setup. It has the lines, the separators, everything to do with it to go with the 60 gallon. It's a kit. They actually sell it online. I can order it and have it picked, and I can pick it up from the local store. So I think along with the compressor, I'm going to buy the whole kit that has the dryer and separator and everything already in it, in line, ready to plumb up with instructions. So they actually sell it as a kit, Home Depot. But I'm looking at Lowe's, and Lowe's really doesn't have the same thing. But Lowe's is Lowe's, and Home Depot is Home Depot. So Friday. Black Friday, they're going to be making some deals for Christmas. So I'm really going to be watching, my Ace Hardware. We're members from Ace Hardware. So they do Milwaukee and DeWalt stuff. So I'm going to be watching really close and doing some shopping. And if I can get a really, really smoking deal, I'm going to pull the trigger. Even though my tax guy says wait till the first of the year, but if I can get a smoking Christmas deal, we're gonna go ahead and make a purchase. But Home Depot does make, with a military discount, Home Depot does have the kit.
Yeah. He just uses me.
I did using for a military discount.
Yeah.
Okay, enough about me. We have a story to tell about what happened to him today at work.
I have a story to tell.
Okay, the floor is yours, young man.
Okay. So as you guys know, I'm a tech at a dealership that shall not be named, shall not be disclosed. But I'm a master certified tech there. And as a master certified tech, I get all the fun jobs. So Wednesday last week.
Okay, there it is. Goes.
So I'm like, please God, don't let it be a fuel pump. Please God, don't let it be a fuel pump.
Because on the new cars, you got to pull the back seat to get to the.
Yeah, well, it's really handy that you just pull the back seat cushion and it's right there. But so I get in it and I start doing my diagnostic work. I start landing, except for the low side pressure, and I'm like, shit. So do a pressure test within spec, and then do a hold test, and it bleeds down. I'm like, fuck.
Hey, G-rated.
Oh, sorry.
He's like, foo.
Oh, dang. So it doesn't have that gusto, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, so end up that the fuel pressure regulator was bad, and on newer cars that means fuel pump assembly. And then I looked in the back seat and I stared at 237 books that had to get relocated.
He sent us a picture. It was,
Packed.
it was packed.
Literally from the seat to the window. Tall
Full.
books, reading books. I mean, it like
Hardbacks.
oh, it was so bad that like when I
Like they had robbed a library.
yeah, when I drove in, the rear suspension was dang near like maxed. It was squatted. Felt like I was doing a wheelie through the shop. So I back into my stall and I get out and my foreman walks over and he goes, "Would you just go steal a library? What is going on here, man?" Like, dude, I don't know. It's customer's car. And he goes, "Dang, what's the issue?" And I was like, "Yo, pup." And he went, "Oh God, you can't make this up." And he just started laughing and walking away. And I was like, "Sick. Thanks, guys." So I stayed late to do it, but man, my first service advisor come out. She was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like hauling books out of the car, and she's like, "What are you doing?"
On top, on the trunk lid, everywhere you can think to put them.
I just wherever I could put them to get them out of the way. And she's like, "I thought you were exaggerating. I thought you were just exaggerating. No, this is a whole library." And I was like, "Yeah, it was a library on wheels. Like it was insane." The only place you could sit in that car was the driver's seat.
Yeah, now I've seen people like that before, but so it had been books, it's been trash. But I mean, it makes you think. I know most general people that don't work in the industry don't know that underneath the back seat in a 4-door is access to the fuel pump. For the fuel tank. I know they don't know that. But I mean,
this was crazy. We called her. She had 5 days. 5 days. We said, "Ma'am, we got to get to the fuel pump. We need you to come and relocate some of the items in your car so we can gain access to that. If you don't do that, we're going to have to charge you for that labor."
So you got to charge an extra hour. I am?
Yep. Yep. Oh, and Presley says Lowe's has military discounts too.
Oh, they do? Oh. Well, he likes Home Depot.
I'm Home Depot guy. Plus, they want you to jump through a bunch of hoops to like get set up for their military discount
At Lowe's?
at Lowe's. They like want you to go on like and get like a verification of the VA and like all this crap. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Are we back working?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, the second thing I want to talk about after his story, which just cracks me up, because the public is the public. They just don't know. I mean, I don't think it was on purpose.
No, I don't think it was on purpose either. But I was just like, bro, like you can't make this up. I could not picture the worst situation to have to do a fuel pump ever.
But you did now.
Nope. Check that one off the list. Did a fuel pump with a back seat full of books.
Okay. The other thing is that we did actually I had a company send me some security cameras, and let me tell you, there's been, we've been blessed over all the years that we've owned houses to be in neighborhoods with a lot of really good people in it. I mean, like my neighborhood right now is full of retirees and ex-military. So, and people that work night shifts. So, I mean, I have eyeballs 24/7, watching things, because, people are people, if there's a strange car comes through, they're going to get told. But just having security, what?
Oh, Larry says, my line of work is about the same way. Everything is piled around the furnace, especially Kitty, the cat litter box.
But so having security cameras up and having them where it pops off an alert when you have somebody come across the path of them, and everything, I'm sleeping better, because I mean, I've got this, I've got projects sitting out. I've got the new buildings, Christina's here sometimes alone at the house, and when we're sleeping, just the peace of mind of knowing that, having, I got about 90% of the property covered with the cameras. The only place is there's a blind spot on the north side. But other than that, for 2 cameras, it's pretty much covering the whole property. And it's been, peace of mind has worked a lot just to being comfortable. Peace of mind is worth a lot.
Well, you can't really put a price on a peace of mind, but if that price was quite cheap, so it's considering like you said, you covered 90% of the property with 2 cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Most companies, you have to do that with like 6, 7.
Yeah, it was impressive how well it worked, and how pretty much Christina figured out the programming on the phones. It was like bam,
with Ken's help.
Yeah, with Kenny's help.
Yeah, I'm in that technology era.
Yeah,
a generation.
Yeah, they grew up with it. We didn't, but I mean, yeah, it's like with Project Headquarters and Cole. Cole knows all this stuff, and and us old guys, we gotta sometimes what.
Larry says, $8 million house, $8 million house, $8 million house. There's a cat litter box right there, and it's full.
What, Rosa the maid? It doesn't want to clean the litter box?
Oh my God!
What?
You want to talk about getting canceled?
No.
Well, if we didn't get canceled after what I said, we ain't gonna get canceled.
Anyways, so
both y'all.
I mean, just I never even thought about it until I had this company reach out to me. One asked me if I wanted to try them, and I was like, it was once we got them up and got them running, it was like a no-brainer. I mean, I don't know why I didn't think about it beforehand. I really didn't.
It's also really nice too, because say your kids are outside or something, you can keep an eye on them.
Or your kids.
Yeah, you can keep an eye on them without keeping an eye on them.
Well, no, we go out with them because that's the fun part.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when they're older,
Well, I always said that we could use it now for watching the dogs. Whenever one goes under the fence or over the fence, we know where to fix whatever we got to fix when it comes to the dogs getting out. Things like that.
Yeah, but unfortunately, where they get out at is behind the shop.
Yeah, I was just say, dude.
Yeah, but aren't you happy now that the shop is up that it's blocking the view of the beagles?
Mom.
Oh,
She's reading.
yes. I mean, yeah. It's blocking the beagles. Yes. Brad says, if you're interested in working in old vehicles, you better get used to hearing the F word. LOL.
Well, I mean, I worked construction all my life. I mean, till about 15, 20 years ago. And if you guys know, it's not a ranch, it's a effing wrench. It's a effing this. It's a freaking that. It's, everything has an expletive in front of it. Same thing with military. It's you learn how to curb your
What?
Sorry, I need to quit reading ahead. Wyatt found a puddle near the house yesterday, and he sat down in it.
That's a boy.
That's
Boys
what
are
I'm
boys.
talking about.
That is so freaking
That's
funny.
what I'm
That's
talking
a boy.
about.
Yeah, because we have one low spot next to the building now, and it holds water in it. What did he do? When we're running in the yard. Usually he just he's happy. He's just running in the yard, going. No, but he saw that water, and it was like a magnet. He's right into it. You just stomping in the puddle.
Yeah,
That's a boy.
He sees what.
As they're trying to leave.
As they're trying to leave, yeah. It's never it's never when it's convenient.
Mm-mm.
Ever when it's convenient. Ever, it's not. It's just not. But yeah, that's just raising boys. Me having one of each. There's a definite difference between boys and girls. Huge difference. Boys are rambunctious. Boys are tearing stuff up. Boys are climbing. Boys are roughhousing. Girls just want to be near daddy until they hit a certain age. Then, and then they revert back after a certain
Larry
age.
calls that a hillbilly pool.
Yeah.
There you go.
No kidding. No kidding. Just as long as there's water standing, baby boy is happy.
That's what I don't get about. That's what I don't get about my oldest, or about Tristan. He's like, Jared, I don't want to get near it. And then like you see John and Wyatt, and they're just mad.
Well, because they're 1 and 2, and Tristan is 7 or 8.
Tristan's never been like that.
He was at one time.
I don't remember it.
Anyways.
I still think those two are gonna punk him out. They're gonna punk him out. He's gonna say something slick, and they're just gonna punk him out.
They're gonna have a whole bunch of grandpa under their sleeves. I'm looking forward to the spring when the doors are open, the dogs are playing, they're running in and out. I'm looking forward to the spring inside the fence.
Yeah, you say that until you go, all right, next tool.
No. No. John's already kind of knows what a screwdriver and a wrench and everything is. We're gonna be educating. We're gonna raise the next two of the great fabricators, hot rod fabricators. I don't know if they'll be hot rods by the time they turn 16 or 18, but we'll never know. But
oh well, their dad's a mechanic, their grandpa's a mechanic. I don't know. We'll see.
Like they might be home.
It's
They might be home improvement designers. You don't ever know.
Yeah.
It's like somebody asked me one time.
Larry says if you go out and play in the dirt when you're a kid, you won't get sick when you're an adult.
I agree. I agree
totally agree.
completely. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm as old school as it comes with that, as it is. Yeah.
Go bust your lip, go fall in the mud, go play in the dirt, come in nasty, grab it, get in the shower, cool, whatever.
No. We use the hose.
I mean, like, I just can't, like, I will never understand how some parents are, no, you have to stay clean,
Well,
and then they go to the doctor every 3 weeks, and they're like, why is he getting sick? His immune system sucks.
Yeah. He's going to have a disassembled big wheels in front of the shop.
Yeah.
well, he already tries to take the. We have a electric Jeep, remote control Jeep, and he already tries to take that apart. I mean, he's a boy. I mean, he did the same thing. He took everything apart.
Oh yeah, took everything apart.
Everything.
Putting it back together though, that was the tricky part.
Never happened.
Never.
And if it did, it wasn't done right.
No.
It was just a hodgepodge of pieces together. It looked like something off of Toy Story, with this head and that body and these arms and
Yeah.
Or you have one piece. I don't know where this went. Oh well, we don't need it.
yeah, we just
And then, I threw it, and then I realized, oh, that was the trigger. Jesus. I need that.
Larry says, I think our generation is the last to drink out of the hose.
no.
Nope.
We're gonna work on that.
I believe
We're
so.
gonna work on that.
Nope. I drank out of the hose.
Well, I mean, the whole generation, not
Oh,
just
yeah,
a few.
yeah. No.
no, and that's like I said, like there's some things that definitely need to come back.
Oh, he still does.
Shoot,
I do
still-
too.
I'm telling you right now, it's 95 degrees outside. Best water you ever taste out of a garden hose.
After you let the hot stuff get out.
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
And
you
Presley
gotta
says
count
she
to
drinks
10.
out of the
Yeah.
hose
You
also.
got to count to 10, but
You gotta let the hot
Man.
water out of it first, and then after that, it's good to go.
man, it's the
The only thing better is in the middle of the rain getting off the roof.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, it's I was lucky enough to be able to be home and be Mr. Mom for about 4 summers of them helping me tear stuff apart in this shop when they were preteens, and it definitely showed. I mean, just what the stuff he told me about being in the classes for a month of guys that weren't exposed to that,
Like they didn't grow up doing it.
didn't grow up doing it. Yeah,
It's like because around here you find a lot of people that they've been working on cars since they were kids or whatever, but like you come out of Oklahoma, like I still think that Oklahoma is the hot rod capital of the world because Oklahoma, Texas, because if you go outside of those, there ain't a whole lot of guys that like know what they're talking
that's
about.
kind of a bold statement right there.
It's a bold statement.
Younger guys.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about the older generation. I'm talking about like guys my age.
The
Guys my age
mid
and
to late
younger.
20s.
Yeah.
Mid to late 20s. Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of us that,
Now Cole, Cole from Project Headquarters. Now he's building his own race cars, and he just graduated high school. He just had a welding competition that he did really well at. I mean, there are some of these guys out there, but it's not the majority. I mean, it's like I had a conversation with a friend of mine yesterday, and like it's just like the car culture. They're not. For us, a car at 16 was freedom. This is pre-internet, this is pre-cell phones and all that kind of getting your license was it was like your badge of honor. It was your freedom to go out with your buddies and you weren't doing anything really wrong. You were just out with your buddies. It was a key to the world, having a car. But with the internet and Uber and DoorDash, all that shit. It's the.
I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, the culture is trying to die.
Larry said that my son did a 18-volt Milwaukee conversion on his granddaughter's Jeep. It moves fast.
Yeah, we're kind of
Okay. Let me throw this out there. All right, because John's got this little Jeep and it sucks in the grass. So I had, as I do, I had an idea
the wiring guru,
to put another motor on it,
which
you
they
know.
sell.
which they sell little kits for those little electric Jeeps. I was like, you know what? We need to put a couple extra motors on this thing so he can have fun in the grass. So if he falls out of it, he's not going to hurt himself.
Right.
What is the response I get? Oh my God, you're trying to hurt our son and blah, 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 blah.
Well, okay, that was when he first got it. He was only like 1.
Yeah, but you only live once.
Okay, so the one we're looking at for what time of the year is a 24 volt. It's double the punch of the one that's so Wyatt gets the slow one and he gets the fast one. but
See,
also,
that's not fair. That's not fair.
Wyatt is 1 year and 2 months.
Yeah, but guess which one he's gonna get in? The one with his brother.
Well, no, they tried that. We tried doing that the other day, and they didn't like each other. John was trying to push him out of the Jeep. Yeah, get out! This is my place.
Larry says, I kind of agree with it. And Brad says, young kids these days are either completely oblivious or to mechanics or absolutely gearheads. There seems to be no middle ground.
I agree. It's either they've got parents or grandparents that have opened them up to the world, and then there's a bunch of parents that just have no want. It's. I truly believe. I mean, it's the family and the life and how you're raised. is what you get into. And I was lucky enough to be 5 and 6 years old in the early 70s, and that's when the good cars were around, and that's where I got my bug. And by the time he was young and 5, 6, 7 years old, I had the race car, and we were going racing, and we were bracket racing, and we were loading up and motel rooming and running all weekend and hauling ass home on Sunday night to go to work Monday morning. And they grew up in the lifestyle. And and it's funny, when I was young, my dad was horse racing, and we would do the same thing on the weekends, horse racing. And I freaking hated it. I hated horse racing. My sisters are still into animals and all that kind of good, but all I was a bona fide stall cleaner. That's all I did. And I was not into it, but I was into cars. And then we did the whole several years of running circuits in the area, about 4 or 5 states worth. And to this day, if I hollered at my daughter, if she wanted to go, she'd load up and go. And this one too, and with Presley and the boys. Now the boys, with at a drag strip, the noise is overwhelming for a young one.
Especially if you show up to the drag strip and they're running heads up, and all you can smell is open headers and
race gas, and all that kind of business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, they're not gonna like this. And the first car takes off, and they go, oh, I want to go.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, but now if we had a Winnebago or something that they could play with and everything, then they would.
Or if they learn to keep their headphones on.
That's true too. But I mean, right now, I'm not interested in really going racing. I just want to build 3 cars to have fun with. That's the fun part. Nice and rumbly,
I found out something today. So, okay. Remember that LS motor we were talking about? That I
Yeah.
have to do the swap on, right?
Yeah.
Guess how much they want for the core?
1,500. Really?
Keep going.
They get that much for cores?
2,500.
Keep going.
You got
3,500.
You gotta be shitting. You
Going.
can buy them from the
4,000.
Keep going.
5,500.
$7,000
for the core
for the core.
for a 5.3 LS.
L87. Yep. Core.
That's
The person that we're getting, the company that we're getting the motor from, $7,000 core charge.
wow.
The motor is only $6,600. Yep. The core charge is more than the motor.
And you can buy one out of the junkyard for 1,000 or less.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. That blows my mind. There's somebody's making money on the backside on that shit.
Yep.
That blows my mind.
I found that out today and I went, oh my God.
I know I found out one thing about the local junkyards is they're not pulling LS motors anymore and putting them in the, in undercover.
Oh yeah. They used to.
They used to yank them and take the wiring harness and put them on a pallet. They ain't doing it anymore. They're just, if you want them, you gotta go pick your part. It's because of the new generations that are coming out, the LT4s and stuff.
Yeah.
So the days of the, and everybody's wanting the Hemi stuff now. And so the LSs are staying in the trucks, and they're just, if you want them, you got to pull them.
Shit, it's 4 bolts.
Yeah, it's there ain't much to it, but it's everything goes in stages, and so they, the LSs that have the run. I'm sure there's guys still out there that but I'm gonna go old school. Like I said, I got truckloads full of big block parts coming, and I'm just gonna stay with the old school stuff and just ride that horse until it dies.
Yeah. I want to find an LB7, like a first generation 60 or a first generation 660 Duramax. I don't know
Why?
This is first generation 660 Duramax.
Yeah.
Cat.
Anyways, okay. My next question. I decided to start making up questions. Okay. And because 2 days from now, Thursday, is Thanksgiving, what's your favorite dish? whether it's stuffing or potatoes or green bean salad or the turkey. What's your favorite dish? What do you look forward to eating on Thanksgiving?
Do I have to pick one?
What's your favorite?
Green bean casserole. Mama's green bean casserole.
And mine is the turkey. But I'm only good for turkey. Once I get my fill of turkey on Thanksgiving, I'm done for a year. I
could eat green bean casserole like all year round.
I don't have any.
Stuffing and green bean casserole.
That I'll tell you what, whoever come up with that idea of the green bean casserole, because we make it every year, and it's,
I don't know who came up with it, but they just
because
so good.
when I was a kid, wasn't a thing. That didn't happen until about 15 years ago.
Yeah. Larry says, "What the hell happened to a $200 block Chevy?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that went down.
They're still around now. Now, Uncle Dave has a guy that he's posting a bunch of his stuff. He's 91 years old, and he sold the property and or a field, and it's full of cars, and he's got a whole bunch of old motors and stuff, and he's not that proud of them. Now, those are few and far between, but like just the core, like the big block core, I mean, yeah, they can be $300, $400, $500, but I mean, $7,000 for an LS core. That doesn't seem logical to me. Not what you can buy them on the junkyard for $1,000 or less.
Especially when you.
Tim says stuffing, mashed potatoes, and gravy, and Larry says beer.
That checks out.
Ooh, I saw a cool beer cooler online on TikTok the other day. It's like a front loader. It loads and it rolls through tracks, and you just hit the button and it throws you one out. But it's got four bays, so you can have 4 different beer cans in it. And you just hit the button for whichever one you want. It just rolls it out to you in your hand. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I broke down, and my one snap-on tool was at my category 3 multimeter, and so I went on Thursday and I made my tool payment on the snap-on truck, and he had his snap-on keg.
Now I've heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but I've heard they actually have like Matco or Mac like cutlery kits, and all kind of stuff like that. I mean,
they're on the trucks now.
Yeah, I mean,
I look at them like this last week when I got to see all the guys and everything, because the trucks aren't running this week because of holiday. But it was literally every truck that I went on to make my tool payment. It was like
is yours or is it mine?
Mine.
Okay.
I went and saw Ty, and there's a cutlery set.
Yeah.
I went and saw Ron, the cutlery set.
Yeah.
Saw Jason, cutlery set. I'm like,
I mean,
why is the cutlery? It's like, dude, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that kind of good business. I mean, yeah, if you really go dive deep in there, they have barbecue equipment and shit.
Oh yeah, they got shot glasses and socks and ties and shirts.
You're okay. I'm back.
Specifically, okay, why? Can someone tell me why?
Do you know how much
everybody sells golf balls?
You know how much business is done over a golf course? Like I mean, if you're a service manager, if you're a owner of a shop or whatever, golfing is a huge business thing.
But still, to the common man, golf balls, really? Like, I got a flyer from Snap-on that was half of a page was golf balls.
Mm-hmm.
Larry says Fluke is the only millimeter that I trust.
Fluke?
Mm-hmm.
Fluke,
multimeter.
Multimeters. So, because Fluke's are the original owners.
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought about it, and I was looking at it around and kind of weighing like kind of what I wanted versus like what I needed. And the difference between a Fluke and the one I got from Snap-on was like $50. So, because I had to get a category 3. So I was rated for up to 1,000 volts.
Yeah, he got told once he got through the class that there's going to be a lot of things he's going to have to.
they're not cheap anymore. But
no, I got out of for 20 years. I've cooked Thanksgiving dinner at my home for all the family because I have the big den with the big table and everything. Now my son-in-law and my daughter, they bought a new house and they have the big place, and he loves to cook, and he makes some badass barbecue.
fire.
He fire smoke. He's smoker. He's a foodie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got out of it. All I gotta do is show up and eat. Life is good this year. You know,
Yeah.
and he makes some killer chocolate pies. He really does. You know,
I saw one the other day. It was like a pudding peanut butter pie, and I was like,
a hard tack in the plate.
oh my god. He's like the video I watched, it took him 30 minutes to make.
Yeah.
Mix it all together, put whipped cream on top.
What?
Larry says that some pretty high voltage that he works with, so he doesn't want to get an afro.
Yeah. I don't need my beard sticking on its end. I'm good.
So yeah.
But yeah, no, he's
Kinda
making me proud. He's
Feeling
really
good for the rest of my life.
making me proud. What time is it?
8:52.
Okay, you guys got 7 minutes because I promised her 9 o'clock would be done so she could see the finals of Dancing with the Stars, because tonight is the finals. Okay, so any last questions? And just remember, smash the like button, buy a piece of merch. If you're going to buy something from Summit, go through my Summit super link because it helps the channel a bunch. And just enjoy the holidays and
Be safe.
be safe. Yeah, be
Do
safe.
not stick frozen turkeys into hot oil.
Which
If you do it, video it, send it to us. We can have a good laugh.
no, it's not a laugh. Anyway,
Oh, I'm a laugh.
but actually, Christopher is talking about if he essentially they got home from a trip today, and he's going to go out shopping tomorrow for the peanut oil and the whole schmear. He's thinking about deep frying one and doing a Cajun style. So that's good eating.
That's good
Deep fried
eating.
turkey is good eating. Yeah,
But just remember, let it thaw.
yeah, all the way through. Yeah,
Let it thaw all the way through.
and rub it down heavy and dry it off because the turkey.
Okay, you better put some context to that.
No, the turkey.
What Larry said, what did I miss it? What's the big news?
Oh, the big news is what I'm asking is if you have a shop, what have you done to? I want to put the compressor outside so that the noise is not a deafening level like it is in here. And so, what did you do to soundproof between the outside and the inside so that when the compressor's running, you can still listen to the radio? I mean, that's the big news. And his story about the about the books in the back of the car that he had to unload,
library.
the rolling library. But
And the court charge. God, that
and the security system, and just hoping everybody had a nice Thanksgiving, just a peaceful. Because I mean, first of the month for me was chaos, and I'm just glad to be back and glad to be building momentum again and everything working out. You know, it was pretty rough.
Have a Thanksgiving, everyone. Have a good night.
Who's
be
that
safe.
from?
Don't do anything I would do. If you do, savage dominance.
Do it with gusto.
Do it with gusto.
But
The DDSS. Don't do Slater stuff.
no.
So they used to tell me all the time. So I had a chief in the Navy. That was his Friday speech, because every Friday in the military you get the 30-minute speech of this is what you're supposed to do on the weekends. Don't do anything you're not supposed to do. The whole nine.
Don't do something Slater would do.
So yeah, I had a bad reputation of doing stupid things. So
No.
when he first showed up to the shop, he didn't know who I was. So his whole thing was, it's Friday, nobody wants to be here. So guys, DDSS. And we all just kind of like frozen, like, what? And he's like, don't do stupid shit. Cool. Got it.
Which morphed into
Which, after he found out who I was, he was like, guys, DDSS. And they're like, yeah, don't do stupid stuff. We got it, Chief. And he's like, no, don't do Slater stuff. Bye. And I just kind of like stood there like, wow.
okay. Let me premise that story from whenever he was in school, right? Every time he changed schools, like go from like 3rd grade to 5th grade and then go up to upper elementary, like 6th grade to 8th grade, I would have to go to school and have a talk with the principal and say, hi, I'm Buck Slater. I'm Kenny Slater's son, dad, and you're going to know Kenny. And they would look at me really funny and said, okay, here's the deal. Whatever he does, don't call me. Handle it. You have carte blanche. Do whatever you got to do to handle him, because you're going to know who he is because he's my kid and I know my kid, you know, you're going to know who he is. Okay. But okay. So what I didn't realize is that his senior year in high school, the principal that I had known all my life, grew up in church with, and I'm still friends with his son to this day. He got sick, and we had a new principal for his senior year, you know, and so he comes home with a slip, says, I contact the principal, right? And so I make a phone call to the school, you know, it's on speed dial, and he answers the phone. I said, okay, what did he do? He said, what? I said, what did he do? He says, you know, after 9 months of being the new principal, you're the first parent that ever asked me that. Not what did he do, but what are you doing to my kid? I said, listen, I'm sorry. I forgot the protocol. I didn't come in and introduce myself and, you know, tell you exactly what to do with Kenny, that, you know, you'd handle it. You know, you ain't got to call me. You have carte blanche. You do whatever you got to do to fix it, you know, to make him mind, you know. And we had a 30-minute conversation about how refreshing it was as a principal to have a parent to say, what'd he do? And if you need to handle it, do whatever you got to do to handle it. And you know what? It was something they were pulling the tops off of tables or whatever.
We were having a laugh, and I got a hold of the table and I shook it, and the whole top of the table went clunk.
And he said, I said, do I owe the school anything? Do I need to pay for something? Whatever he did, he said, no, you don't owe me a penny. He said, it's been just a pleasure talking to a parent that respects old school, and me and him were tight from that point on, you know. And it's just the whole, you know, you're going to know my son.
Yeah.
You ain't got to call me. And the one time he said, I'm not taking punishment. Call my dad.
I'm not taking this. Call my dad. My dad showed up, and Ms. Earnhardt still beat the shit out of me. And then when I
watched her do it.
Shit kicked out of me again.
Because he made me stop what I was doing in the shop and go to the school, and that, you know, because he knew, you know. But I mean, that's
no. I genuinely thought I was in the right until Dad walked in, shut the door, opened back up, and said, "Get in here." And I was like, "I'm fucked. I'm about to die."
Everybody says happy Thanksgiving and have a good night.
I appreciate you guys so much. Like I said, be safe, and have a great Thanksgiving. And we'll talk to you Tuesday.
Come back Monday.
Yep.
Preston says it's 9 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock. Dancing with the Stars. It's the finals. Christina
Thank
gets
you,
last
Presley.
hour. Appreciate you guys. Have a great night. Happy Thanksgiving.
Love you,
We'll
babe.
see you guys next week. Bye.
Babe. I gotta go to the dog now.
Yep.